Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Look how Skylar's over here. So tonight we are eating pho. Well, we actually got some Vietnamese food, but we are trying pho tonight, and we got some different things that we ordered that we're gonna try tonight. Oh, this feels like it's kind of cold. It's not cold, but it's not like that one. But I got wonton pho. And Shannon, what you got?
I got beef
pho. We didn't open it up yet, but we also have something called imperial rolls.
Okay.
I'm coming, Sky. Let's see. We got some ribs. These things are big. And this is my wonton. Here's my wonton.
And here's my I'm eating hyena pho.
Hyena? I think we have spicy beef pho.
No, I got regular beef pho.
Oh. Hold on, let me take this out. This is a big rib, my gosh.
Dang, that's for her. You biting on me?
I wanted to taste it.
Why would you give her that big old rib?
So he could eat the bone.
Okay. See what this thing hitting on. What they say on Friday After Next? Welcome to something barbecue. Where they give you more sauce than they give you meat. Damn.
It tastes good. Should have had a plate.
Y'all check out my Invisalign progress.
Yeah, your Invisalign is already good. But we wanted to come share our food with y'all. And we also wanted to really talk about our Texas experience so far, how things are going, and just some insight in case a lot of people want to move to Texas. So now people ask us about how things are going here in Texas, so we thought, why not share?
I don't know what this is.
Shannon is, hold on, let me show you. I want to try my this. This is called an imperial roll.
Gotta let mine marinate. No?
Got a smell that I don't like. It tastes good. That was kind of good. Shannon is mixing his pho. He has rice noodles and I have egg noodles. I didn't pour mine in there yet. Skylar is eating a rib in her own little world. Oh, it has new rice noodles in there too. I'm gonna give her some rice noodles.
Oh, shit. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's good. It has a good flavor to it. I'm just making this. So Shannon, based on
Child Trouble LLC.
this is not planned, y'all.
New line coming soon.
This is not planned at all, y'all.
Stay tuned.
It just happened this way.
Actually, I had it on first, and she wanted to be like me, so she wanted to put one on. She wanted
this shirt on
she
last
wanted to
night.
say
Look, kind of. We don't live in the city. of Texas. Like, we don't live in the city part of Texas.
We live in a ducked off part, honestly.
Yeah, we live in like what they consider central Texas. So we live more in like the country part of Texas.
We're an hour from Austin. We're an hour from Austin, like 2.5 from Houston. Well, like 3 from Houston.
Yeah, 3 from
2.5 from Dallas, I think. And then we like 2.5 from San Antonio. So we kind of like in the middle, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, like we're not, like a lot of people ask like, oh, what's a good part to move to Texas? But it's like, it's really based off of your lifestyle, number one. Number two,
Texas is huge too.
Yeah, so. Texas is just like Florida. Like, there's so many small cities. I'm lying. It's so many small. When I say that, I mean Texas, it's like it's small. Bigger. It's small, right? It's small cities, but it's like 3 times bigger than Florida. And it's like the cities here.
Yeah, it's like Florida because it's like you got Orlando, Jacksonville,
exactly.
Miami.
Like the cities here, they're not. I think she got that big old piece of rib. She gonna eat it.
There's no more rib.
But the like Texas is, the cities are so close together. Like they're literally like we live very close to the next city. Like literally.
What's this? You pour something?
No. Like we literally don't live too far away from the next city. And where we live, honestly, like we live more in a newer development. Well, we live in a newer development. Our development is like probably less than 2 years old. So where we live at, it's like once you get out of our development, if you go to the right, you're like in the country, older city. Yeah. If you go to the left, you go more of like the modernized, and you go a little further down, it's like downtown, they would say. But you really have to, I don't know, like it's like Houston is like Miami, I would say. I've been to Houston. I would say it's like Miami.
I don't know, I'm hungry, but it's real smacking.
Houston is more like Miami.
Never been to Houston, sorry.
They have a lot of different food to eat. It's more like city. I mean, we've been to Austin.
City girls go to Houston. If you're a suburban like me, you're not going to Houston. You sticking to where I'm at right now. Cause I'm a suburban kid now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say we live in the suburbs, but low key we
live in the suburbs.
We low key kind of live in the suburbs.
Where we live at, literally, it's kind of like 441 when you got like the Broward and then the Dade. We like in between. We kind of like on the 441 kind of. You got the old hood part, then you got the suburban old people side. The side we on, we live like our community is a bunch of like older people. We probably the youngest people in our community, honestly.
Yeah, it's a lot of little, like it's kids who live here. Like the people who live behind us, they have little kids, but they seem a little older than us. But we like, in different areas, it's like in Miami, the kids be outside playing sometimes and stuff like that. Here, barely.
Yeah. Barely. Like our neighbors is like our grandparents' age. Like.
Yeah, literally.
Literally. Well, I can say the difference that I noticed instantly from Texas and Miami is people have like, I guess you can say like southern hospitality. They're real like nice here. You got people in the neighborhood, they wave at you. They don't even know you. They wave at you, say, hey, how you doing? When we first got here, we had neighbors walking up, welcoming us to the neighborhood.
Shoot, our neighbor asked us. Our neighbor took us a picture in front of the house.
Yeah, when we first,
he saw us standing outside. Like as soon as we pulled up, we were standing outside, and he's like, "Oh, y'all want me to take a picture?"
Yeah, he was like, "You want this memory for the rest of your life." So that picture we got on Instagram, that came from our neighbor. Shout out to Pinch. And Pinch so cool, like. It's to the point, like, he said, if you need anything, like, I feel like Pinch would have cut our grass if I asked him to.
Yeah, Pinch, his wife though, I've only seen her like twice, but I always see Pinch. But that's the thing, like the way that I'll have to say that I was already ready to adjust to this type of life that we live though. Like we live not too far away from like Walmart, grocery store. We live by like a lot of food. We live by Burger King, a Whataburger, Popeyes.
Whataburger is like a upgraded McDonald's, honestly. They go crazy for Whataburger over there. Whataburger and...
It's not even all that. I mean, from what we tried.
But what I can say, Raising Cane be hitting. She ain't really care for it, but listen, that Raising Cane hit.
I didn't really like it. And it's we stay, well, we don't stay by Zaxby's, but we're not too far away from a Zaxby's. But Zaxby's, I've had it before, but it's like now that we live by one, it's like a hit or miss.
Nah, that Zaxby's by the hospital trash.
It's like a hit or miss. Like sometimes the food good, sometimes the food nasty. Like
we got an In-N-Out burger over here.
Mm-hmm.
What's that burger? The Animal Instinct, whatever.
Animal. I can't remember. Animal burger.
Animal something, and then what it is like they fry it in mustard or something like that. But you gotta eat that fresh too, cause you wait till you get home to eat it. And what's cool about In-N-Out Burger, they actually like ask you like, are you eating in your car when you get home? And they give you a car tray so that you can really sit down at the restaurant and eat in your car.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like you have to eat In-N-Out Burger in your car, like before you even get home, unless you stay like 5 minutes away. I had In-N-Out Burger in California, but I didn't really like it. I mean, it was good here, I guess, maybe because I like set. I don't know, but yeah, the type of life, like moving from Miami to Texas is like you have to have your mind set for it. Like, I guess depending on what part you move to, really, because the part that we live in, some people will say it's boring. Like we don't live by like a club. We don't live like by a club. We have like liquor stores by us, which is cool, but we don't live like by a club or nothing. We live by like a bowling alley. It just depends on your lifestyle. I mean, I love my life in Texas, honestly and truly.
She loves it real though.
Honestly, love my life in Texas. Like, and that's another thing. Like with COVID in Miami, you have to be very cautious. Like very, very cautious with COVID. And even though a lot of people don't take it serious, like here they don't really wear a mask in the stores.
Texas is like the first state not to just stop wearing masks.
Yes. Thank you. They don't wear masks. Some people wear masks, but not a lot of people really wear masks. People don't like it's like the Walmart is never that packed. Like it's nothing is ever like overcrowded. I see her playing with it.
Texas is an open gun carry state, so you don't need a license to open carry here. It may be a good or a bad thing.
Yeah. So do you think that we made a good decision moving here, should I say?
Yeah, as far as like getting land for like getting your money's worth for like land and stuff.
Oh yeah.
The size house that we got, we wouldn't have got in Miami for. We basically got our house under 400K. Definitely wouldn't have got this size house in Miami under 400K. Not especially a new development at that. So we the first people in here.
And that was a really good thing. Like, I would really suggest finding, if you want to move to Texas, I would really suggest finding a realtor and telling them what you want, unless you can really do your research. Yeah, a good realtor. Unless you could really do your research, and I don't mean like on Zillow, because we looked at a lot of houses on Zillow, and we at first kind of was like,
you can't find no nice houses. They all look old.
Yeah, the houses
Outdated.
look really, really old and everything. So when we met up with a realtor, she actually gave us 3 different options of houses, and all of them were like newly built, right? Like they were like building, like
she gave us she showed us the models.
Yeah, the models. So,
and once we picked the model, she was gonna tell us the lots that was available. We didn't really get to choose our lot because they already had one ready to start getting built. But honestly, the lot that we have isn't a bad lot because we got like one of the biggest driveways on our block. Our backyard is a good size, so we actually got a good lot. A 1-story house. We could have got a 2-story, but I broke my ankle, so I have issues with my ankle as it is. So I'm not with going up and down stairs just to go to the kitchen or to the room and all that stuff. And then we got Skylar, got the new baby coming. We don't have to worry about putting no gates in front of the stairs and all of that. So
yeah, also with building our house, like I'm not gonna say our development or the builders were picky, but they picked a lot and they needed to make sure that the model house that we chose wasn't the same model that was next door to us.
Yeah, the same
or
color.
Across the street wasn't the same color. Like they are really I'm not gonna say they were really strict, but they wanted it a certain way. And even like with living here as a whole, like you have to ask to make sure that you can have like a basketball go in your yard. You can't leave the garbage can out. Like you put the garbage can out and take it back in before the day is over type thing. Like they
straight, but they're lenient also. So if you were to do it, it's not that they just go like kick you out of your house so you go get fined or anything. They just go give you like a warning, or they go let you know like, hey, you gotta ask for permission to do certain things. So that's actually one thing. Like when we do decide to get another house, I want it to be to where we don't have no rules, we don't gotta ask permission for nothing, things like that. So, but it's not that strict here. I mean, it's not like the rules that they have. We want to go against it, or we trying to go against it, or anything like that. It's not like nothing like that. So.
Oh, and you know another thing. Even though the houses in Texas are affordable and you get what you want and everything, and it's a nice size, good price, the property taxes.
Oh yeah, that's a con. They are highest property taxes in the United States.
The property taxes are really. I mean, it's not bad, but it's
bad. Our property taxes is like half of what we pay for mortgage.
Yeah.
So we basically paying a time and a half, or what you a mortgage and a half, basically.
The property taxes are pretty high in Texas,
but it's still cheaper than Miami. It's still cheaper than Miami.
Yeah, I mean, based off of it's like the video of our house really doesn't like justify the size of our house. Like our house is really big and we got it for a good price. I'm happy with our house, but I'll have to say that's another con that we basically built our house virtually. Shannon was in Germany and I was in Miami, and we were over the phone, and we only came here once to do the walkthrough, and it was only like boards in here.
Yeah, they was like, I don't even think they was kind of halfway, I guess you can say.
Yeah, so
they just had boards and concrete.
Yeah, so it's like that was a con for us because we came here with the set. Once the second time we came, it was to basically sign for closing and move in the house. So we did a walkthrough the day before, and even though we did a walkthrough to see, what's this,
it was a rush walkthrough.
It was kind of a rush walkthrough. Like now, day by day, we kind of see things. And happily, our house does have a warranty for a few years, but it's certain things that we look at in the house and we'll be like, well, we didn't see it. Like,
if we would have been here, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't like the bash people.
And that's why I said a good realtor.
I don't like the bash people, but I can just say I feel like our realtor wasn't 100% as informative that we needed her, because yes, she came to do videos and to show the house, but it's like we had to ask her. It wasn't like, you know, you not selling us the house, but shit, we making you bread. So at the end of the day, you need to be on your game. Like, don't get me wrong, she did all the paperwork stuff that we probably couldn't do by ourselves, but as far as like, it got to a point we got cool with the people we was doing the loan through and the builders. We got cool with the manager of the builder, and the manager of the builder helped us more than our realtor, because they basically like, so we was supposed to sign what, September 30th or something like that. They tried to push it to like the first or second week of October, and I told her like, look, I signed into my new unit. We need to be in this house before then, because I'm not trying to stay in a hotel for a couple of days, spend money on that just to wait for y'all to finish what y'all doing. So the property manager was like, she was basically telling the inspectors and stuff like, nah, they need to be in here before October 1st. Like, y'all need to get this done. And she made it happen.
Our realtor had no idea.
None.
Our realtor had no idea.
We knew more stuff. It got to a point we knew more stuff than the realtor did. She was telling us information that we knew like 2 weeks beforehand. She was like out of the loop of everything.
She had no idea. And then she told us she didn't come to our closing. Then she told us that she had a gift for us.
No, what got me mad was, if she would have really been on her shit, we could have basically got shit. We could have went 2 months without paying our first mortgage. But because she waited to the last minute, we basically went 1 month without paying for mortgage. If we would have waited 2 more days, we could have had our first two months of mortgage without having to pay for it. Not saying it's free, because you still gotta pay it. It just, they would have gave us 2 months before we had to make our first payment. But because we was out of the loop of how the whole signing and process goes, we didn't know that. But we got to a point, we wanted to be in our house so bad to where we was like, man, forget it. Like, we'll just come in 2 days early and just risk another month without paying the mortgage. The money wasn't the issue. It just was, it would have gave us more cushion. But not that we didn't need it, but like I'm saying, if our realtor would have been on point how she was supposed to be, we would have knew this beforehand. We would have, because we had in our mind like, nah, we need to sign today. We had our minds stuck on a certain day. So any 1, 2, 3 days after that would have just threw us off completely. Like, nah, because we were just that excited, and we've been waiting. We've been in the process since February. February, and we closed October. No, September 30th. But yeah, October. So from February to September, we was just waiting to go to the underwrite. Like, it's so.
And building a house is not like straight. You have to think about weather. It was raining a lot, so certain things they couldn't do. I mean, even though once they finally got the roof on, we were like, okay, that's good if it rained, blah blah blah. But it was still certain things they couldn't do because it was raining. And it's crazy because in our development, they are still building houses as we speak. They are still building houses, but we're seeing these houses get done like quick, fast, hurry.
Because we here.
Yeah.
Us not being here made the process seem longer.
Yeah, it's just like we're seeing these houses get quick, fast, done in a hurry, but things like the weather really didn't affect them. We had a snowstorm for like 2 days. But yeah, so if you want to move to Texas and you want to get a new house built, it's possible, but you just gotta be prepared to travel back and forth. Kind of have some time available to travel back and forth to see the progress of your house. Even though, I mean, you can't really depend. We thought we could depend on our realtor, which, I mean, she was good when we first met her. Because we knew what we wanted. We were already looking at different things. That's one good thing about Shannon and I. We talk about what we want before we even move forward. So we knew what we wanted, how we wanted it. We knew what kind of area we wanted to live in. We knew we wanted 1-story house. we wanted this amount of bedrooms. Like, we knew everything we wanted. So we had to be probably one of the easiest clients that she ever dealt with. Once we told her that, she said, okay, I have 3 models to show you. She gave us 3 models. We said, okay, well, we like this one. And from there, it was like, okay, well, I'm going to talk to the company, blah, 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 da, da, da. You got to pay this, da, da, da. Like, it was quick, fast, hurry.
Yeah,
and after that, we just really didn't talk to her.
We got pre-approved that same day, which was another shocking thing. Because this was, well, yeah, it was basically both of our first time in the whole, like, applying for a loan or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Home loan. So I was still building my credit. I mean, I'm still building my credit now. It's a lot better than it was 2 years ago, but I was excited because I didn't think I was going to be able to get approved for a loan. So when we got the new, because honestly, when we did the process for the house, we wasn't expecting to get a pre-approved that same day. And it was kind of like a, I guess, luck of the draw type thing. Like, we spoke to the realtor that same day. She was like, oh, I can see if I can get y'all pre-approved.
That was God.
We wasn't expecting to do it that same day. We were just talking to her so we can kind of know what we dealing with. But the same day we got in contact with her, she locked us in. And we got pre-approved. And she told us if we need to lock in now, because if we wait 2 weeks, it's going to go up. And our house jumped up like, what, 20 to 40,000 within 2 weeks.
But yeah,
and locking in our rate.
We are locking in the rate that we locked in the rate with custom things in our house. Like,
exactly.
Had to pay for.
Well, yeah, basically, yeah, because we told her what was our budget, basically. What's the most that we was willing to spend. Yeah,
and a couple of weeks later, I mean, at first I thought she was lying because she was like, "Oh, you guys kind of want to lock this in now because in a couple of weeks things are gonna change, whatever." But we didn't know like how much it was gonna change, but it definitely did jump. But it's good that we locked in when we did because it, like you said, it jumped like $20,000 to $40,000 in custom things. We want custom things that we wanted in the house. bless you was almost like 20,000 or so.
And now, if y'all planning on coming to Texas, y'all better get to it ASAP because Texas is booming right now. The housing market everywhere is crazy. Yeah. But a lot of people, especially with what Tesla about to have their headquarters in Austin, a lot of these rich people coming from California and all these expensive places and buying up houses in Texas. Yeah. Just so they can work over there in Austin with Tesla and
people buying investment properties alone, because there's a lady who lives like either on the corner. We don't know exactly where she lives, but she was walking down the street one day and she was talking to Shannon and told him, "Oh yeah, I have a rental property across the street and I live down the street." Like, okay, you have 2 houses here.
2 houses basically on the same block.
And her house is rented out because, if I'm not mistaken, the house is across the street from us, right?
And somebody
lives there. We see them all the time, but we don't see them. We see a car pulling in all the time. So somebody lives there, which is, I mean, that's a good thing. They basically, she renting out a brand new house
to make sure her house in good condition. It's not being trashed. It's being taken care of. Like, all she got to do is walk down the street, and she had her investment rental property, which is crazy to me. When she told me that, I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm trying to be on that level. Like,
I don't think we'll sell our house. We'll probably move in a few years, but we won't sell our house.
Say never, because somebody talking the right price. Because
we're never selling our house.
Way is housing market going? Somebody was to pay me $100,000 more on top of what I paid, or you can have it. You can have it.
So yeah, I have to say, I mean, I love where we live at. I mean, I'm more of a homebody.
What you doing?
We were just talking about it the other day that I spend pretty much like 97% of my life in this house, which I don't have a problem with, even though it's because I'm pregnant. But when I have another baby, it's just accommodating. We eat the type of food that we want. We try new food all the time.
You trying to get her pee.
So.
But you got food all over you.
Exactly. We try new food all the time. We don't really live around a younger crowd of people. We live more around an older crowd of people. Sometimes when I see, like, we went to Five and Below and we was in Ross, and it was like I seen like younger people, and I kind of was like shocked to see younger people, but we were like 15-20 minutes away from our house. But I have to say Texas is a good move, but it's really based off of your lifestyle and what you're looking for. Really.
Yeah, it's perfect for us.
Yeah, if you want to raise a family, I would say Central Texas is kind of the area to live in. I'm not gonna say I don't know about Houston. How about raising a family in Houston? I don't know. But
Houston, they housing market probably. I mean, I'm sure it's better than Miami too.
Yeah, it's probably better, but not as good as like the price of our house, probably because of where we live.
Yeah, they're more in the tourist attraction. Just like Austin. Austin only an hour away from us, but Austin's housing market is more than where we're at. And that's why I'm saying a lot of people come into our area specifically and like Killeen and stuff like that, because the housing market is a lot cheaper over here. Yeah, it's an hour away from Austin, but if you could spend $150,000 less just to drive an hour away, I mean, you gonna make that sacrifice. But
it's really about your lifestyle.
Yeah, but Austin is, I'm not gonna say it's like Houston because I've never been to Houston, but Austin is a party area too because you got Texas University. Yeah, so it's a college town. Like downtown Austin is a college town.
Yeah, because we went to downtown Austin. I was gonna say downtown Austin is like Brickell.
Yeah.
And Houston is probably more like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I don't know, but Houston has more of like the hood food and the drinks and the clubs and all that stuff like that. But downtown Austin is definitely more like Brickell area.
Like they got from what I heard, they got an area called 6th Street, and apparently 6th Street is like New Orleans. I never been to New Orleans, but hearing from other people, they say 6th Street is like going to New Orleans, like the whole street. A bunch of bars and clubs and people drinking all down the street.
And I've been to New Orleans, but I never went to 6th Street. So hopefully, eventually, we'll be able to travel to Houston. Well, I'm pretty sure we'll travel to Houston. It's just like going to Orlando from Miami. So I'm pretty sure eventually we'll travel to Houston because there's a lot of different things, a lot of different food. I'm pretty sure we've been to Austin, but I'm pretty sure we'll go back because they have a lot of different food there too. It's where that's the only con for me is the food where we live at. But I like to cook, so I don't really like to eat out anymore. So yeah, I'm enjoying my life right now, I'll say. That's not funny. Skylar is just messing over her food right now.
Cause she tired.
Our food, I really enjoyed our food. I think I would want to eat it at the restaurant to see how it tastes though. Like hot and fresh.
Ain't enough seasoning for me. The food not bad, just.
What about the ribs? You didn't like the ribs?
No, the ribs was good. Everything was good. The pho wasn't nasty, just I feel like it should be a little more seasoning. Maybe I'll try the spice with it next time.
There was some, I don't know what this is though.
Yeah. Maybe I should try that.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed my food. I just would prefer, I always think that eating food at an actual location and the actual restaurant would be better. But, I'm sleepy. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions for us or anything, you can leave them down below. Make sure you guys subscribe and like. We'll have more videos to come, of course. More videos in the later future. Thank you to my special guest, my beautiful husband.
Beautiful.
Anyways, bye y'all.
Shout out to 1 second. I gotta give an endorsement shout out. They might give me an endorsement soon.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, if y'all didn't watch our new home tour video, I'll make sure I link it or show it so that you can click and watch it. But Shannon wants to get some type of endorsement here, so
shout out to shout out to my boy. My boy Diddy imported this himself. He left a message and everything. He was like, you know, King. He said, congratulations, King, on your new home. King, keep shining, taking care of your family. So he sent me this personal bottle. You know, I had to finish that. Shout out to my boy Diddy. Then we got the Bamboo XO. Listen, if y'all ain't tried this shit smooth right here. The regular Bamboo is sweet. This one not too sweet. And it's smooth. This the potion for the ocean. So if y'all trying to create baby, you gotta get on that Bamboo XO. The fertile juice.
Were you ever on this drink and made a baby?
No, Skylar. Shout out to 1942 and Duce. 1942 and Duce created Skylar.
Oh my gosh, y'all! 2 years ago, last week is when I went to Germany.
Skylar was made off of 1942 and Duce.
Made Skylar and spent time with Shannon in Germany. The new baby was made off of
morning breath and orange juice.
Bye y'all, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later. Before we go, we forgot to say, a lot of people have been asking for a updated house tour or furnished house tour, and we have furniture, but like our house is not like decorated, like if that makes sense. Like we don't have decor, but we have furniture. So we'll show you a furnished house. Half of the house is furnished. We can show you a furnished house tour, but I don't want y'all to think that, oh, y'all about to walk into this big old nice fancy pictures on the wall type, you know.